everyone. Can you hear me? Can you see me and hear me? Just say yes in the chat if you can. I started a little bit early because I wanted to show you my little bunny. It's my new friend. You know, this is Ezekiel, my new cat. Isn't he cute? If you can hear me, just let me know in the chat if you could. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Hope you can. There's a chat box at the bottom if you want to chat. Oh, yeah, here's Anne. Yeah, he's very cute. You just show up at my door. You know, I was looking for a cat. You just showed up at my door. It's very cute. Yeah. Say hello to Anne. Hey, guys, can you hear me properly? Yeah. Where'd you want to go? Anne, can you hear me? Hey guys, I'm still waiting for people to come in because we still have a little bit of time, maybe 5 minutes. Can you guys type on the chat if you can hear me? Because I only have Anne, but I don't know if she can hear me. Yes, okay, thank you, Anne. Don't be shy, guys, just say hi to each other. Where are you from, Anne? I'm gonna have to let you down, you know. You need to work. Where are you from? Maybe it takes a little bit of time for me to see the answers or something. I mean, where I'm from, it starts to get dark now, you can see, because it's Illinois, okay. Good morning, Anita, and where are you from? It looks like a very Spanish name, probably not Spanish, but it sounds like it. This is Ezekiel, isn't he cute? Ezekiel. Yeah. Oh. Where are you from, Anita? Okay, we're still waiting. We're still a bit early though. That's why. Maybe the messages are coming a little bit late. Not quite sure. So how are you guys doing today? Hi, Lisa. Did you see my new baby, Lisa? This is Ezekiel. Isn't he cute? Good morning, Sonia from London. I lived in London for 12 years of my life. I love it. I loved it there and I really miss it. In Los Angeles, California. Are you Spanish? Anita is such a nice name. Mwah. He doesn't want to leave me. We have a little bit of time. Yeah, isn't he cute? He's my baby. And you want to go now? You want to go now? Nebraska. Awesome. I'm so excited, you guys. I missed you so much. I had such a crazy week. And I'm not even kidding you when I said I started. Yeah, isn't he cute, Angie? Yeah, it's cute, but now he doesn't want to see me anymore. Or maybe he's going to be my little assistant. He's just next to me there. Just sleep then. Anyway, I had a crazy week because I moved in my new flat. As you can see, maybe I'll give you a tour one day. Yeah, he wants to learn planning or not because he's just crazy. You know, he's a male, so he's so playful. So I had to teach him not to bite my hands and things like that. He just showed up on my door, you know. I mean, not Spanish. I'm just I just like your name, Anita. That's so cute. So yeah, I had a crazy week. I moved in my new flat. And I kid you not, guys, 3 hours ago, there was no electricity in my house. I was like, oh my God, they just cut the electricity off. And I was like, I'm going to get killed again. And then miracles of the miracles, things started to work again. Thank you, Lisa, for my new place. I love it. If you want, I give you a tour. I'm so excited. You know why I'm excited? It is the first time that I actually have my own place. Believe it or not, I've been around quite a bit, like all over the world. I traveled, and it's the first time that I have a place that I can call my own, that is bigger than just like a shoebox, So I'm really, really excited. And so this morning was crazy, like just to get this webinar, running. It was mad. I just had to I just had to make things work. I'm late. You're not late yet because I'm waiting for people to come in. Just another maybe 2 or 3 minutes, then we'll get started. Cindy from South Africa. Oh, we're neighbors. I'm from Reunion Islands, so we're not far at all. That's awesome. Thank you, Anita. Thank you so much. Oh, so awesome. You guys are from all over. This is great. I thought it would be, there's like quite a few people coming in now. We're going to wait another 2 minutes if you don't mind, just to make sure that, this is going to be a very laid back plan with me video. I'm just going to show you a bit of a process I go through when I plan my month. Obviously, good morning, Betty. Obviously, I have a business, so it's a slightly bit different. So I'm going to try to adapt what I do, but because I'm always very, very busy. I do a lot of things at the same time. But I'm going to try to explain how I think. And I think sometimes this side of digital planning is not talked about enough, like the actual process you go through. Hello, Amy from Maryland, and Felicia from Texas. Hi. So I thought I will show you that, and then a few things that you're going to get for attending the webinar. Actually, so this is going to be part of next month's set, but I think that because you attended the webinar, I'm going to send you some of the templates I have, that even if you're not a paid members, but for those of you who are paid members, you're going to get a full set of these little, it's kind of a set that will help you plan your month. I'm going to try to get that done. I have a lot of work, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. Hey, don't break my tablet, you. Miami, Florida. Is it sunny where you're at? Here is always sunny, a bit too sunny. Another 1 minute, guys. I just want to let more people come in. Just 1 more minute. And then we can get started. Oh, so where we go? I'm working, so if the that's fine, Lisa. No worries. The replay will be in the members areas, guys, right? Now if you want to see all the replays, they'll be listed inside of the community, right? The secret community that we have together. So all the replays will be listed there. So if you're not in the if you're not a CHQ member, a beta member, you won't have access to the replay because these replays expired eventually. As we repeat the shows, they expired. So even if I send you a link, which I will anyway, if you're not a member, it will not work at some point. But if you want to see the videos, then you need to you need to register as a beta member. It's free to do that. You guys have the link. Just going to see if I can provide you with the link. And then we can get started, guys. So if you need the link while I'm talking, let me know. So a little bit about me when it comes to training. So some of you know me, some of you don't know me. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. So anyway, I'm the type of person, I teach a lot of my life. I've been teaching about productivity, so it's nothing new to me. But what I like is interaction. So if you want to interrupt me, feel free to do that. If I can read the question, I will definitely answer them. It's sunny all the time and really humid. I know the feeling. Look at this hair. I know the feeling of humidity. Okay, let's get started. We're going to get started. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me just a sec. See if this is now gone. So I have to redo that again. Where is that? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Screen mirroring. Sorry, guys. I just set that up because it was set up, but I guess it expired or something. Yeah. It's coming. Just give me a sec. 6394. Okay. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to move that to the side and I'll be with you in a sec. So that's perfect. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. I'm just going to do that. Window, entire screen, share. Good morning, Bobby. So let me see. Do you see my screen? Oh, let me just a sec. I'm just doing this so that I can see. Do you see my screen now? You don't see anything weird or anything like that? Hi, Vanessa. You don't see anything weird? Because I have your comment on the side. So yes, you can see it is nice and clear. It's not unpleasant or anything because I don't know if you can see. Okay, awesome. Yes, 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 awesome. Okay, so looks fine. Awesome. So this is the funny little brain. So you know, looks good. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Angie. So this is my little brain. So this is something I do before I plan anything, and that include my monthly as well, weekly and daily and stuff like that. And this is a brain dump. Did you guys ever heard of that? A brain dump before you start planning anything? Is that something you ever heard of? Anyone? A brain dump? Do you know what that is? Don't hesitate to chat if you don't know. So a brain dump is basically, it's a little bit of a confused brain, Angie. But yes, a brain dump, Caroline doesn't know. So let me explain. So basically before, I mean, this is a process I go through. You don't have to do that, but I think it's very important to do that for yourself. Even if you do planning as a leisure, I guess, I think that it could be a very serious endeavor if you use these little tips I'm going to give you. And it's very, very helpful. So there's different ways of doing brain dump. So me personally, I sometimes doing by categories and sometimes I do it just freely. So basically a brain dump is you take everything out of your head, of your brain, everything that you think of at the given particular time. So now if I do a brain dump, what are the tasks, the documents, the people I need to contact, the events I need to watch, everything in your life that come through your mind. And of course, it takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of time to get this all out of your head, right? So a brain dump can help you to just get it out because, you know, your brain does not organize information. Your brain just have the information and then it's just gonna forget about it. Or if you process it, then it's gonna use it. So your brain is not a tool to actually organize really. It's kind of more like, think about it as a tree. Your brain is like a living organism and it doesn't like planning too much. It likes to jump from things to things, ideas to things. And you know that already. It's called overwhelmed, right? So sometimes you sit there and like, oh my God, I've got so much to do. And you do not need to be running a store on Etsy to have that feeling. You just have to have kids and a husband to take care of, or a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You just need to have a life to sometimes feel overwhelmed. Like myself, you know, I just moved my new flat. It has nothing to do with my job, but I felt really like overwhelmed because so many things was not going as planned for me. And so I had to do so many different things. And so what I tend to do before I plan anything to release my stress also, to put things down on paper, is to do a brain dump. So you will have this little guy here as a freebie. For those of you who participated to the webinar, or those of you who are registered for the show, of course. So you will have this particular one, or you will have, and then you have also the one, you know, with the empty one here so that you can write whatever you like. Okay. So but I'm going to start working with this and explaining. I'm not going to do, I'm not going to do my own because it's very long to do that, but I just wanted to show you and maybe give you example and explain the categories I have. Of course, on the empty one, you can choose the categories you like. You might focus on one in particular. For example, if you have a business, you might use this empty one here, this one here, and then you might say, okay, marketing, and you might say social media, you might say customer support, and then brain dump everything. Or if you have a family, you can do the same thing. You can do it by kids, for example. You can write their names and then do it your brain dump by kids. Okay, for Elena, I need to take her to the doctor. I need to call her teacher, or whatever you need to do. So this is you will have 2 templates to use for you to use in order to do that. But this little guy here is super cute. Would you guys like to have kind of the Procreate version of this? If you want it, make sure to say, yes, I want it in the chat, and then I'll send you a little like Procreate version. You can change all the colors and have fun with it. If you want, I'll just submit that to you as well. So let me know if you want to see, if you want that as well. So yeah, so let's get started. For me, yeah, okay, yes, I want it, yes, okay, so for sure. So I will add that as a freebie as well for those of you who are here today, right? So and those of you who are registered in our secret community as well. So let's get started. So relationship could be your relationship with your spouse, with your husband, with your boyfriend, girlfriend. It also can be your best friends and a relationship with peers or whatever. So it could be anything, and it can have to do with your responsibility towards those people. And also one thing, I stutter, guys, so I'm so sorry, something I do. Just bear with me. So relationships has to do with everything. You don't have to limit yourself, and you don't have to stick towards this. So like, for example, you could have something going in both kind of categories at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's not to limit you. This is just to give you ideas on what to think, right? So relationship could be call my boyfriend, his birthday is coming. So it doesn't have to be a task. It could be a date. It could be a paper, right? So for example, let's say you have a physical paper next to you, like a letter, right? That somebody wrote to you, like a best friend from holiday. So you can just write letter from that person. And then what I would do is write letter here. Sorry, let me just do that. If it's physical, right? You can write letter, and you can write physical here, like, and then what you can, sorry, I can't write. What you can also do is take a picture of that letter and pop it inside of your notebook here. So you don't limit yourself. Just put everything you can think of on this brain dump. You can do it with this little cute little guy, or you can do it on the empty pages if you feel like, okay, it's just too much. Or you can use, as I said, one per category here, right? So relationship has to do with the heart, with things you emotions and things you want to do for people, and people have to do for you as well. So reminders and things like that. Then you have health and body. So obviously that's obvious, but call the doctor and grab my thing at the pharmacy or anything like that. So it can have to do with anything. You might want to start a new challenge. You might have discovered a new trainer. So everything, basically, as I said, doesn't have to be task. It can be anything. Just make sure you dump it in there. Like if it goes through your mind, just put it in there, right? And then you have the family side of things, of course, which is always very full. We all have a lot of responsibility with our families. So make sure to add everything in there. Work and career is quite big, because I feel like that's where a lot of people have a lot of things to think about, because that's where you depend on so many people, and so many people depend on you, because it can kind of cross with family and things like that, with leisure, because it can have to do with holidays and seeing your family more and spending less time at work, more time with your family. So it could be anything, but I want you to really empty your head and distress. This is kind of an activity that allows you to then categorize your task and also distress, because you're not a computer. You can't process information like that 24 hours. You have to really rest. And personally, the first brain dump is always very long because you never done it before. But then I do it almost every day now. I take 5-10 minutes to do it, because every day you have new reminders, new paperwork coming through the post, new thing that happened with your pet. So anything, just make sure you write everything down. Then I wrote leisure, so that is, cinema and theater, things that you might want to see. Maybe you watched a show and you were like, oh my God, I want to watch it, and then you forgot about it. So it's very important to write everything down. Finances, self-explanatory. And then your spirituality, that's for me very important. And it's spirituality, it doesn't have to be religion. It can be like meditation. It can be a bit of self-development. It doesn't have to be religion, but it's definitely something as a human that we have to think about. So this is what I tend to do before I plan. And then what I tend to do is also categorize this. So I'm not going to do this today, but this is, then you're going to get this template as well, of course, for free. It's a quick template, a cute little freebie. This is from the Bravest Girl collection. It's a very cute collection. I love it. So you're going to get this cute little templates. I find it very cute, and it's quick to set up if you just want a quick overview of your month. So what I suggest you to do, however, once you're done with your brain dump, is to try to then sort out the information. I'm going to do this in another kind of plan with me. It's not going to be called plan with me, but I'm going to show you how to categorize your information. So this is not something I invented, right? This is something that, what's his face? David Allen invented. It's called the Get Things Done method. And at Getting Things Done method, you can, David Allen or Getting Things Done. I'm writing in the chat now. It's a method. So definitely had kind of a brain paralysis with using my planner, a bit of overwhelm. Yeah, exactly, Stacy. So try this exercise. You can try this exercise by focusing only on digital planning. What is it that confusing for you? What solution can you find? It's just about just emptying your headspace. Because sometimes you need to see it. And then when you see it, it becomes so much easier, right? So yeah, this is from David Allen, and it's called Getting Things Done. He wrote a book a few years ago that's very famous. I don't use all of it, this method, because I don't have time for it. It's very time consuming, but I took a few things from it, and this is one of the process that I took from it. He recommends not really doing it by categories. For my brain, bearing in mind I'm dyslexic, so I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. I need to do it per category, but you might want to just dump everything on an empty page. That might feel better. I feel like I've lost my creative mojo. I think, Bobby, if you lost it, I think sometimes you need to rest, and we as creative, Vanessa and myself, Susan and Veronica, we know that too well. Sometimes you just need to take a break because you need inspiration. Or if you're somebody who needs to do it every day, you need to feed your brain with images and movies, and you need to go out in nature. You need to just go out and feed that energy, because that's how it happens. Me, sometimes I feel the burn as well. I just so tired. I have headaches, like I'm moving and things like that, and I still need to create things for you guys. But I think that what I tend to do is observe a lot. So if you're a creative person and you need to be creative, that's your thing, because creative people, we're a bit different than the other ones. And we're not better, we're just a little bit different. And so you tend to observe more, to see more little things that people don't see, colors and combination and a bird and, little things that nobody sees. You're very special like that. So try to go out and try to have new experiences, and take a rest a little bit, maybe of planning for 1 day or two if you can, and then you see it will come back. But you do need to you do need to feed that energy to know which planner this is. Okay, so Angie, this is not a planner. This is part of this month's collection. And this is a diary that I've made. So I'm just going to show you it because, voilà. Okay, so this is the cover. So all hand drawn, of course, very cute. It's a personal diary, but you can use it for a lot of things because you've got month as well, like January, February, March. So here's not June. So you can use it as you wish, and there's different papers here. And so this is part of the new catalogs that we have going on now. So obviously, like, is it May? Is it June? I lost my page now. So you can get this planner right now, but it won't be listed in stores. So I'm so sorry about that. But at the moment, we're not listing it in store. It's quite exclusive to CHQ members, paid members. There we have here. Here's my little guy. I lost it for a second, but it's a super cute. It's a super cute little diary, and a lot of our members are fan of this type of diary that I made because you can collect them and you can keep your little secrets in there, hopefully. So anyway, so yeah. So the next step to the brain dump is to then organize your thoughts and things like that. So you can see what is physical, what is digital, what is a task, what is a project. So I will talk about that in another video. I just want to touch on the brain dump because I know this can help you guys if you feel overwhelmed sometime, and we all do, regardless of what we do in life, and we can stress a lot. So sometimes that can help to put everything on paper so that you can see it from from a bird eye view if you like. So then you can plan your month. So today we're going to do mainly planning our month. So and then I see if I have time to show you a little bit of the process on Procreate. Hopefully I have time because I don't want to keep you too long, and this event will be about an hour, something like that. So this is a little cute template. This is from the Zebra Vis collection. So this is how it looks like. I'm not going to show you all the pages, but these are their main kind of characters. Super, super cute. Again, exclusive to CHQ members, but super cute. So what I've done here is a simple little template that you can use if you're in a hurry. That's super cool. So what I will do if I were you, so I didn't put any categories here, but what I would do is write my priority here. So this is very important to have priority. So I do a lot of things at the same time, and people always ask me, how do you do it all at the same time like this? And my secret is very simple. I list 3 to 5 things to do during the day, and I do not do more than that. I focus on 3 to 5 things, okay, per day. And I get way more things done this way because I don't do 50 things at the same time. So you have, and this, people always say it's such a priority, but for some reason, we just don't do it. So what I want you to do next time you're planning your month, you're planning your week, you're planning your day, is to say, okay, what are the 5 things this month, because we're talking about the month, that I want to accomplish? And then you narrow that down per week, per day, right? So what are the 5 things you want to accomplish this month? So for me, for example, I would love to start the first module of the first course, right? To start the first module of my digital planning course. This is what I would love to do. 1 module, not 6, just 1. And just to start it, not to put too much pressure on myself, but just I would like to start this. This could be 1 or 2 videos. You can have less than 5, the less the better, to be honest. And it could be big priorities, small priorities. My priority would also be to finish up my living room because I have my flat now, so I want it to look good so that I can also make nice videos for you guys, so like a nice background and things like that. So I would love to do that. Then I don't know. So this is my life, so obviously you'll be different for you, but it could be things like that, and it doesn't have to be work, can be anything, but just list 3 to 5 things that you think you need to be done this month. It doesn't need to be planned inside of your calendar per se, but it needs to be visible here. So this is a sticker, by the way, right? This is the template will come like, I don't know if I have it here. Maybe not. Your template will come like that for you guys. You get it like that, so you can add whatever you want to it. Okay. And I'm sorry, I can't write properly. I'm terrible at handwriting is terrible. So yeah, it could be that. At the moment, oops, what are you doing? So yeah. So at the moment, I haven't worked out for 2 weeks. If you guys don't know me, or you might know me, I'm obsessed with working out. And so for me, it's really important that I work out every day, and I haven't done it for 2 weeks. So my priority now is to make sure that my routine is on point. So workout routine, optimization, I would say, that making sure that I make time for it, because I've been a bit all over the place, but I feel like working out is super important for me. It gives me, no, it's not. Oh, Angie, you're so sweet. She's like, your handwriting is lovely. I could write better, I have to admit, but I don't. I'm going to make an effort, I promise. But my workout routine is super important for me, and it's part of those things in my life that allow me to be balanced. So that's an important priority for me. And so I need to make sure I make time for it, 1 hour per day to work out. So I would say I'm going to have 3 priority this. Oh, another one, professional, is to train my girls. So my girls are Vanessa, Veronica, and Susan. You type everything, Tammy. I get it. Yeah. No, honestly, look, I could write better. Don't make fun of me. Look, okay. No, train. I could, to be honest. It's just like, I'm lazy. I'm too lazy, but I could write better, as you can see. I'm just very lazy about it. But yeah, training my girls. So Veronica, Susan, and Vanessa. This also, I would love to have at least one training. Tammy, don't make fun of me. I would love to have at least one training session with them. That would be awesome. And another one that might interest some of you, by the way, is to hire some PR team. So that might be of interest for some of you. I need to do that. I've never done it before, but I need to do it. And this is kind of a priority for me for this month. So this will be something that you will hear about, I hope. And if you don't, please tell me off. If you don't hear me saying, I'm hiring PR people, tell me, Olivia, you told us you would do it. So please do it so that you can help me get to my goals, because you guys love me this way. Okay. So we're going to do it. We're strong. We're going to do this. Okay. So priority for the month. You can do this exercise for the week, for the day. So what you do is narrow it down. So if you say start the first module for the month, you break it down per week. Do video 1, lesson 1. Up here for Vanessa. Yes, Angie. I remember you. I think, yeah, I remember sorted out something for you. So you can narrow down then by goal. So obviously, if you have 3 goals, it's already plenty, right? It's already a lot. And when you do is narrow down, you divide this goal in little tasks, and then you narrow down per week and per month and per day, blah, blah, blah. This is how you do it. I'll go quick because I don't want to talk too much about this, but I'll do more courses about this as well. So another tip that I want to give you, I've just forgot, guys. I'm talking too much. I forgot. What was it? Oh, yeah. Time management. So a lot of people ask me how I manage my time. So first, I'm just going to write down because I'm forgetting as I'm talking to you. So no time management. And then there's, okay. Time saving tips. Yeah, write properly. Sorry. I'm so bad. Okay, I got it. So time management. A lot of people ask me how I manage my time. And to this, I answer, I don't manage time, because you can't manage time, because we all have 24 hours in a day. All of us, the same 24 hours. So you can't change that. It's always going to be this way. What you can manage though are your activities. That's what you can manage. And so I'll come back to the, try to choose to do 3 to 5 things per day. That's what it is. It will avoid overwhelm and you won't waste time. So now little time saving tips. And I know you might think, oh, that's stupid, that's ridiculous, but it works. It works on a daily basis. And I'm going to say this in several lessons because I think it's so important. And then we'll plan a month. We'll promise that I'll start planning my month a little bit, talk about how I plan my month on the calendar per se. But this is important because that participates to the way I think when I plan my month. So, as I said, I'm very, very busy. I do so many things. So what I try to do is optimize the little things, right? The little things. If I give you an example, I don't know if there's any curly girl in the group. So say hi if you're curly girl, a fellow curly girl. You know that doing your hair in the morning can take a very, very long time, right? And me particularly, because I exercise every day. I mean 5 days a week, which is a lot, 5 to 6 days a week. So I exercise a lot and I'm not a graceful little bird. I sweat like a pig, right? So my hair are super, super wet, like with sweat. Is disgusting. I know, I'm sorry, too much details, but it's important. It means I have to wash my hair every day, right? So when you're a curly girl, if you know a little bit about it, hi Anita, so you know about it, you have to do so much things to do your hair. And I'm the type of person, I cannot work feeling like I'm not 100%. It's weird, but that's kind of my uniform. My hair needs to be done. I need to have a bit of makeup on if I stay home because I don't feel like working if I'm in my pajamas. I don't know if that makes any sense at all for you guys, but when you work from home, you have your routine, you have your little things you need to do to be able to motivate yourself. And if I'm in my pajama uniform, I cannot function. But if I have my hair done, I look decent, I can work. Girl, same. My hair is Scandinavian, blonde and straight. Yeah, but what I want to say here is that this time that I spend doing my hair is a time that I waste. And so what I try to find is ways to do this quicker, to do it quickly, right? For example, I'll give you an example. I used to use a diffuser to dry my hair out, but now I use a fan. So that allows me to work while my hair drying. And you might think, okay, that's 15 minutes. But guys, if you add up 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, that's an hour. You understand what I'm trying to say? So these little things are super, super duper important. For example, I have eggs in the morning. I don't eat sugar. That's not something I eat. I don't eat bread, carbs too much. My body doesn't like it at all. But I love protein. So I eat, yes, Lisa. So I eat a lot of eggs. So instead of me every morning boarding my eggs and I will board about 6 eggs in one go. And so that will save me time. Same thing for my clothes. If you have kids, if you have a partner, if you have somebody who can help you, get them to choose your clothes for you or lay your clothes down at least on the bed. These little things are super important because it saves you hours. You don't understand how much time this will save you. We don't think, oh, it's just 10 minutes. Oh, it's just 5 minutes. Oh, and then you add it up. You're like, oh my God, I just waste my time. And I'm sure you experienced that before, right? I'm sure you did before. You're like, where did my time go today? I don't know. And I can't even say what I did. Like you did nothing. You did plenty of things, but nothing really that matters to you. So what I would say is this little tip is very important. In your brain dump, I want you to write this down every Sunday for the whole week. Yes, Dana, this is exactly what you need to do. I think if you're a mother, you know better than I do all these little tips and tricks. I'm not a mother, but my business is my kid, basically. No weekend, no time off, no bank holidays. You have to work. So it's a little bit the same. But I will say this. Try everything you can to save yourself this little bit of time. You can do anything you want with that time that you have saved, right? Oh, I think it's okay. You can do anything you want with this little bit of time. You can relax, you can take a bubble bath, but at least I saved that amount of time. So maybe You know, you could have, I'm going to do that maybe in another template because I'm thinking about this now. So I'm going to put that in my, I don't know, in here in to-dos, like I'm thinking about now. You can put it in this part here, but I like sticky notes. So in my to-dos, I'm going to say create a template with the amount of time you saved today, with time saving. And I want you to do that for you to track it, because you will see how much time you're wasting. And this is a good measure of your productivity, because it's something you have to measure. I don't care if you're a mom or work, or if you stay at home mom, or if you're working like I do. You need to see, physically see, okay, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, okay, 5 minutes, okay, 10 minutes. And then you calculate, you're like, oh, bloody hell, that's already like half an hour, you know? So do this. It's super, super important. What can you do today that is simple, nothing hard, nothing undoable? What can you do today to save yourself 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there? Super, super important. And I think that will really, really help you. So anyway, 35. Okay, so these are little tips that you can apply. I will repeat those tips and I will put them to action while I go through other trainings. But this is like the gist of it. You can start with these tips to help you plan, because even if you do pretty planning, it doesn't mean it has to be bad planning. You can do efficient planning as well using digital planning. So of course, me, I tend to zoom out. So what I tend to do for me for the monthly, I don't tend to overwhelm myself too much, because as I see a monthly, it's more of a bird eye view of what's really important and what's really going on. So, and I tend to write no more than 1 to 2 tasks per square, and then the rest is my weekly and my daily. I go really deep inside of the planning process. It's just that for the monthly, I just want to see immediately what is urgent, what needs to be done, what needs to draw my attention. So I don't write a ton of things or add a lot of decoration. That's me. You guys can do that. But for me, I keep it quite clean. Now, same thing for your monthly, guys. Depending on what you do in life, you can have different calendar. You can have one calendar for family, one calendar for work, one calendar for organizing a particular event. So you can have several calendars, right, in one planner. So you can duplicate your page and have different calendars. You can name them. So I'm gonna write to do. See, this is our brain dump work while I'm talking to you. Create a template with a different calendar type. So now I might do that now. From now on, I might add these little things to your templates so that you can have different calendar for different things. So you don't put everything in one calendar, because sometimes it's just too much and it defeats the purpose of having a bird's eye view of your month. So for me, I would, and then you can color code things as well, by the way, right? So for me, I would say, okay, let's say on Fridays, I like to do events on Fridays, right? So I know I want to do at least one event. So that's one of my priority. I'm going to write one here, train your girl. I'm going to do one here, do at least one event. Why do I say at least one event? Because if I do my courses, I can't do 2 things at the same time, right? So it's just too much work for me to do the courses and live events, even if they're not very long. But let's say, and then you need to put first what needs to be done timely and what depends, what is dependable on other people, like events. So if I have an event today, I can't say, oh, I'm just going to postpone it. No, I can't, because you guys are waiting for me. So this is an important, very important event. So I'm going to put that on the door. This is just like a demo, but this is basically what I do when I plan. So I say, plan with me on the 11th, for example. I will look for the topic another time. And with this cute set here, there's the Burvis collection, by the way. I like this set because you can use it for urgency as well, because you have chilies and farting zebras and chilies. And so you can say, oh, this is really urgent. This is really important, urgent. And then you can get this little guy here is a little chilly here, and sorry, it's a little bit slow. And then you can say, okay, this is super urgent here. Of course, you guys, you do it better than I do. You do it nicer than I do. But let's say this is super urgent. So now you can see this little chili is kind of like, it's kind of like popping out of the screen. So you know the plan with me is urgent. I don't hesitate to use like, colors and things like that to say, okay, it's urgent. I do it nicer than that. But yeah, you get the gist of it. So let's say that I'm happy with that. I can say, okay, I have my one event down. So I can say, okay, this is planned. I have my one event down. So now look at my priority, right? I said, okay, this is what's timely. I don't know, maybe there's another one. Maybe, let me see. I'm thinking about while I'm talking, I'm thinking about what I have to do next. That is really important. Oh yeah, it's Mother's Day here very soon, right? It was Mother's Day in America, but here's another date, so it's different. So I think it's Monday, but I know it's coming soon, so I'm gonna put it on Tuesday here. So let's say it's Mother's Day, right? And then it's my niece's birthdays as well. So this is timely. My niece's birthday is like, no, it's about here. So Zoe, that's her name. So this is how I do it. I mainly do events and things like that. So if you go to your zebra collection, it's a little bit slow. You can go to, I think it's this page. If you don't have a set of mine yet, they're always kind of the same coming from here, so you know where to find new things. If you have questions, I can see the chats. Don't hesitate to ask, right? So I know it's a birthday here. I'm just going to put a little, sometimes I don't even write anything. I just know, like, why is it so slow? I think it's because I'm sharing my screen. So I know it's a birthday. This is so ugly. Okay, let me just do this. I'm so sorry. Bear, this takes too long. Okay, isn't that pretty? You guys are proud of me. Okay, Mother's Day. Mother's Day, I'm going to put a flower because it's my mama. I love her to death. It's my mama. So I'm going to put a little flower. Oh, a little baby, because I'm a little baby. I love my mom so much, you guys. She's so cute. And by the way, for those of you who know about her health, she's getting so much better. And now she's like, walking again with a little a stick. I don't know what you call that in English. But yeah, she gets like sessions every day. Somebody's coming into her house and she's learning how to walk again. So I'm super duper excited about that. And I know you guys were so there for me when she was sick, and so I wanted to say I love you so very much. I don't have many friends, you guys, so I'm not gonna get emotional. I don't have many friends, but for me that was so amazing to get some of your emails. So not get emotional. Anyway, so this is how I do this. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I just check at what is very important that I shouldn't really forget. And by the way, Lisa, I love you very much. You know why? I love you so very much. Thank you. Yeah, so what you can do is look at the date, and then when you see it this way, you can see at a glance without putting too much information. Yeah, she's getting better. She is. I will send a little picture of her. She's just so cute. So what you can see here when you do that is that you can see when you have free time, when you don't have free time. Love you too, Lisa. Because when you have when you put everything in one calendar, it becomes impossible to see when you're really free. So the first calendar that I advise you to do is this one. When you put all the events, all your priority, and you go priority by priority, and then check what can I do during this month to get this done. The goal is to move on, to continue to grow. So it doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't matter for what, for your family, for your spirituality. It doesn't matter. But the goal is to check these boxes, this priority here. This is very important. So what you do is you look at what you have to do. It has to be important for you, and you have to put at least one task to finish this up. So as I said, do one event, that's fine. Hire a PR team. So I'm going to look at my calendar. So as you can see, I'm not even talking about my brain dump yet. I just think about priority first because I want to grow. I want to continue to move. Because why do I do this first? I explain. Because if you do this afterwards, you're going to get overwhelmed with all the things you had in your brain dump, right? It's going to take priority, but don't. Just do this first, and then you integrate your little things that you can see inside of your brain dump. You can integrate that inside of your planning, right? But the first thing you need to do is, what do I need to do for my life to be better? And I know it sounds very self-developing guru thing, and that's not what it is. I just want you to plan towards something. And as I said, it doesn't matter what it is or in which category of life we're talking. So for me, I say, okay, I want to hire, my babies. I want to hire a PR team. So what I'm going to do is, like, let's say, because I know that I don't like this type of process. I love you guys, but I don't like admin stuff. I don't like it. So I'm going to say, so that I don't hurt myself too much, that I have to do it at the end of the month, like about here. I'm going to say, create Facebook post for PR. So obviously, guys, when I write that here, it means that I'm going to start doing this a bit earlier, right? Okay, I'm going to do it better. Something like that. It's working. Yeah, I'm going to start to do this a bit earlier, right? I'm going to start to do this here. But I wrote it down so that I know that this is important. So, and I can see my calendar at a glance and prevent our planner to lag or taking time to load. I think the less images you have, the better, Caroline. I think you could put, for example, I've seen this done before. People would create their layout instead of Procreate, and then they will download it as a PNG and then put it inside of their GoodNotes. I think sometimes it's just too many things in one page. You know, because we love to decorate. It's sometimes it's too heavy. I think it's just too many images that has to load. To do the daily, the night before, or the early morning of. Your dailies is a process, okay? And it's so I would say this, that I understand your questions. The way I do my daily is this. I do this process that I'm talking about right now at the beginning of the month, right? Because this process will continue, because you're going to have more tasks coming, more responsibility. Some of your priority won't get done. Things happen. But what happened is that in the morning, what I do is I journal. Not for long. Remember this time wasting things. Don't spend an hour journaling. But I journal efficiently. I journal for about 15 minutes. What happened is that when I do this, I get more things coming out of my head. Ideas and inspiration for sets, requests from customers. That happens during maybe the night before or something. So what I do is I journal for these tasks, for these like timely tasks that happen today. And then when I journal, I have like a section. I journal like I'm typing when I'm journaling, because I don't want to, as you can see, for me, writing takes too long. I can't write properly, so typing is quicker. So it's a time-saving tip again. So what I tend to do is I write, and then I do, once you see what you start journaling, and I don't have a template for journaling in the sense that I don't think anything special. I just write, okay, for 15 minutes. And when I do that, ideas start to come and everything starts to come. So I write, and tasks as well. And I think about this and I think about that. And then I write my to-do list while I'm talking, like I do now. You know, my to-do list now, I do it while I'm talking to you. So I write my to-do list now, right? So then I go to my daily. My daily is also a produce of my monthly and my weekly things. You see this part here? Remember what I said? This part here is my priority always. I always make sure that I always keep that in mind for the month. I need to get these things done as best I can, of course, right? But this is my focus. So certain tasks that are a produce of this are already listed in my head for my daily. So then all the other ones, I look and I see, is this more than 5 tasks per day? Okay. And then if it's the case, I postpone it until I get to an amount of tasks that is reasonable. But I would say plan the night before for the thing you can plan the night before. And then if you have nothing else in the morning, me is not the case. I have so much things to do all the time, guys. So me, when I'm finished my work, I don't do anything. I don't plan anything. I just finish with it. You know, I work a lot. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I go to bed is about, I finish my day, I would say about 9 p.m., right? So when I'm done, I'm done. There is no planning going on. There's nothing. And also, you have your natural rhythm, okay? Like, you can't do anything about that. You have people who are morning people like I am. I am a morning person. At 4 a.m., I am like, woo, let's go. I'm super in shape. And then you have people who can't do that, but they're night out. They will sleep super late. They will sleep super, super late. I can't do that. At 6:30, I have to go work out. 6:30, 7:30 actually. I have to go work out. That's the end of my day, no matter what. And I force myself to stop at 7:30. Otherwise, I would never rest and I would just work. So you guys, if I have a customer request at 7:30, I will do it the next day because I have to stop working at some point, right? So for me, I plan in the morning because that's where my brain functions the most. That's where I have the most energy. It might be totally different for you. If you can find a time during the day where you are at peak energy, everything coming to your head, then you will feel that because you are alert. You know, you all know that feeling when you're ready. Like, I'm ready now. It could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 p.m. There's a time in the day where it's kind of a graph. It goes like this. And for most people, it's always the same time. For me, I know I have energy at 4 a.m. I just have the most energy. At 6 a.m., I have energy. I have a little bit of because I eat like a robot, you know, so from 12 till, I would say 1, I need to rest because I feel my energy dropping. And then at about 2 p.m., my energy goes shoot back up again. So I know my body and I know myself. That's another tip I will talk about another training, but that's important. Look at yourself and look at the time that you're most proficient and you're most productive. We all have these times, and there's no judgment there because everybody's different. So if a productivity guru tells you, okay, do it in the morning and then night, no, we're all different. It is no judgment. It's not your fault. If you're the type of person who can't wake up in the morning, you know, my boyfriend is a doctor, brilliant man, but he can't wake up in the morning. Like, he can't physically. He has to have like 5 different alarms. That's it, you know, and he's not unproductive or lazy or anything. It's just his rhythm. So I wake up before I do. By the time he wakes up, I've done so many things already. You know, so you can plan, I would say, depending on your energy level and when you feel like you can, like you have ideas and tasks coming to your head. And then I would say, guys, another tip is like to do progressive planning. I call it. I teach that to companies. This is what I did now, for example. Progressive planning. So progressive planning will be while you're doing something and you feel like there's a task coming, an idea coming, immediately you write it down. Immediately, because your brain will forget. It would just not keep it in. So when you have an idea that's a good idea, a task is coming in, a reminder, write it down straight away. And then at the end of the day, if you want to synthesize this, you can do that. Me, I do this the next day, the next morning, because I have so many things popping into my head, right? But I call it progressive planning, and this is really efficient. So as I said, what I was have a takeaway from this is this: make sure, if I may, I mean, this is you do what you want, but have several calendars. This is the first thing you have to do, right? Have several areas of life that you plan. Several calendars is my advice. If you're somebody that's busy, you don't need to be an entrepreneur to be busy. Huh? Everybody's busy. So I would have a calendar for everything that matters to you. I would do a brain dump before that. What you can do when you do your brain dump, okay, so I'm trying not to keep you too long, is, for example, let's say you write things. I'm going to pretend that's writing. Don't make fun of me again. So I'm writing things, blah, 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 blah. Make sure that you color code this once you're done, you color code them. So let's say you say, okay, you can, I will do, when I release the new set, I will do a better one with the color coding section for you guys. So you could say, okay, this is paper, like physical things. So let's say you scan a document. Let's say you received a letter. So this is also part of your brain dump. So just write paper, physical. Then you want to say another color. I don't know. Another color, you can say that this is a project. And then another, I'm going to explain that in a minute. And then another color, you say it's a task. Okay. I'll do that quickly. A task is a task, something you have to do that is simple, that doesn't have any brothers and sisters, okay? A project is something that starts and ends and that has several tasks attached to it, all right? It have a beginning and an end. For example, organizing the birthday of my niece who is now 18 years old. There's a beginning of this and there's an end and there's a lot of tasks in between. Right? So tasks are just single tasks and they don't necessarily correlate with each other. But the project is something that is a little bit long term, but that has a beginning and an end. Okay? So what you want to do, and I will do these categories for you guys. I will do other categories, empty categories for you to fill up if you want, but don't worry about that. I will do that. I will list paper, physical, project. I will write a definition, task, a definition, so you know what to do. But if you do that exercise, and I know it's not what you learn normally when you do digital planning, but I feel like, you know, in CHQ, we will have different talents. This is my expertise. I've done it for years, guys. Trust me when I said this will change your life if you do it. It will help you not to stress as much, and sometimes will help you to see that certain things aren't that important or not that bad, and the world's not going to fall on your lap or anything. So yeah. So this is the first thing. You do a brain dump. You organize then your content by just highlighting it. So let's say we say that's a task. Okay, we say that's a paper I've received. So you do this so that visually you can see also kind of like a cloud of tasks and what has the most density inside of your map. Okay, does that make sense at all? Then what you do after that, you have to synthesize this. So you synthesize this as you want. You organize it per color. You synthesize it, and then you go to your monthly first. We'll do the rest in another session. You go to your monthly first. If you guys want to leave, don't forget that you have the replay, right? I don't want to keep you forever, but I'll continue now. If you then what you do is you forget about the brain dump for a minute. I want you to forget about it because now you have everything written down. You can unload your brain, if that makes sense, right? You have to write your priority down, okay? So you write your priority down for the month. You don't have to have as many as I do. 3 is good. Even 2 is good if you know that you're going to actually work on these things, okay? It has to be very precise. Like me, start the first module. It's not start the course. It's the first module. Be precise. Well, finish up my living room is whatever. It's not that important, but whatever. Okay, hire a PR team. So these are things, it needs to be a bit precise. And you need to list between 2 and 5. 5 if you're superwoman, but 2 to 3 is good. And you need to always keep this in mind. These are things that will make you grow. And when you write this down, it doesn't matter if it's clear up the garage, because if you have a disorganized garage, it can make you feel even more stressed out. You know, you might think it's a little thing, but when you open that garage, it's messy. You feel it's messy and you don't feel good. So nothing is not important. If it's important to you, mental health, you write it down, okay? It doesn't matter. So you write it down, and then you keep this in mind every time before you start any planning session. You keep this list in mind always, 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 always. Then you go to your planner, and then the first thing you're going to plan and the things you must do that people are depending on: birthdays, event like me, I don't know, meeting, school, or anything that you need to get done. It's very, very, very important for you to have a bird eye view on when you're not available. So these are time when you're like, listen, I can't do it. I'm blocked. I cannot do it. This is the day for this. I cannot do it. This is the priority I have for the day. That's where I come back to you, Dana, when you were, Anita, when you were asking. What you put in your calendar is priority for the day. Even if you do your daily, there's a ton of things to do. This is priority. Today I had a plan with me to do. I've not finished my set yet, you guys. Not at all. I've done only one set. I tell you, I'm not going to sleep for like 2 weeks anyway. But my priority is to get into networking so I can do this event today. So I have to run everywhere to get it done, no matter what. I'm late for other things, but this has to be done. So that's it. That's it. So your daily is important, but your priority is your priorities. Has to be done for you to move, to grow and to continue to go on, right? So then when you have that, I want you to do different calendars, right? So I wanted to do a calendar for your family, calendar for leisure, calendar. Why? I know it's maybe a lot, but you guys like to decorate and plan, so you can have fun having several calendars and having fun doing that, because that's what we do. You have fun decorating them. So if you have more than one calendar, that's a bit more fun. So have one for family, have one for work and responsibility, blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm talking about, but do several calendars is my advice, so that you're clear on exactly what you need to do, right? Now, of course, the calendars, there's some calendars that have more priorities than others, which is why I put this one first, because these are the ones that, these are events that need to happen and you can't do anything about, right? And then I would say, use these time management tips for you to save a little bit of time when you during your day, during your week. Make sure you use those tips. Progressive planning, I will explain all of that later on, but this is how I plan my month. I know this is not maybe what you expected, but there will be other sessions. I'll try to do one every 2 weeks at least, so we'll come to really use Procreate and all these things, but I think that with me, you get a lot of productivity tips, because that's my expertise. You get these cute little templates. No worries. I might do this if you're in a hurry. I might send you these, tomorrow, for example. For those of you who were there, you will get these tomorrow. So that's cool. But because I wanted to show you some Procreate stuff, but I don't think we have time now. It's already 7 p.m. where I live. Do you guys have any question? I know it was a lot of information, but I think it's a bit different with me because I kind of can't help it. I like planning for planning as well. I think it's amazing if you could be better planners as a whole. Thank you, Anita. That's really I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that compliment. But you guys don't hesitate to pick my brain, even in the community. Ask questions. I love questions. I love to answer them, because everybody's brain is different. There is no one way to plan anything. So one thing I do, you might think that's not working for me, and that's fine, right? Use more. Well, thank you for this. Thank you, Tammy. This was so helpful. Thank you, Lisa. There will be more coming, guys, and there will be more focus. I think that, thank you, Susan. I think that what I'll do is, because, me, hi, Zoo. I didn't know you were there, Zuleika. I know Zuleika for so long, like same time as Lisa. But I wanted to thank you guys for being here today. I haven't prepared enough, I know, but I always talk so much. So I'm thinking, right, thank you, Dana. Because, I literally started to plan this like 2-3 hours ago. So like, because I was trying to get the bloody light on or anything. It was so awful. I was like, no, I almost cried. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, but now, yeah, please, you guys try these tips, and I want you to try this tip in your life. Like Sonia said, try it really. Try this time-saving tips, and I promise you, it will give you a little bit of time, even for yourself. Even for yourself, you don't have to do something. if you save an hour, and I will make this template because I haven't started the second set yet, but I will make a little template set with the time you saved and track it, because you'll be surprised on how much time you can save yourself, and you can use that time for real, for a bubble bath, for a little bit of more planning if you like it, if that's your thing. Olivia, can we access the planner? Yeah, you have to be a member though, a paid member. But hurry up, because at the end of the month, this will be gone. It will be gone, and I'm not going to list it in the shop. Just going to list the other set, but not this one. So after that, it's gone. You won't have access to it. So yeah, don't forget, guys, that do you have the links? Are you a beta member, Anita? I'll give you the beta member, and then you can upgrade from there, right? So I'll give the link again. Just because you guys understand this, right? I'm going to say it, the end of it, I'm going to say it. Now we have beta users, and thank you so much for your patience while we're on beta, because things aren't always going great. So we are repairing things and making things great for you. We are creating courses. We're going to do more and more things. But this phase won't last forever. Yeah, try to do that, Anita. At least register for the beta access, and then you can upgrade from there. But we're not going to leave the club open forever. We leave it open for beta right now because we have things to do. But once we have enough beta, we're going to close it for a few months so that we can create courses. We can't do the courses and the marketing at the same time, and drawing is too much work. So just keep that in mind. If you're in right now, be happy to be in right now, because in a few months, so you have a bit of time still, a little bit of time, but in a few months, we'll close it for 4 to 5 months and then reopen a couple of times per year, access to the club. You won't have access to it forever and ever and ever and ever. So now we're in beta. And the reason for that is simply because we can't do it all. We can't do marketing, and we can't do write the courses, do the live events, and draw. We can't do it. So once we have a number and we see that you guys don't want to come in anymore, we close it for a few months and then reopen. So if you're in right now, get in right now, because once it's closed, and we won't make any exceptions. So I'm not scaring you or anything. It's just human beings, we're human beings, and we can't do it all. So that's how it's going to function after the beta closes, right? I had the slightest idea how to plan, but have bought many of your sets for years. Thank you, Anita, for your support. A lot of you are amazing supporters of mine, and I will call you friends even, because I don't have many friends, guys. So when I say that, it's really from the heart. So you guys are such amazing group of supporters, and this is why I do this, and I don't want to give up on this. I want to make sure it's working. Oh, it's going now. Okay, guys, let me see. Yeah, Anita, you do need to sign up for the membership to access the catalogs. And there's so many different things. There's work from to target, or going to write probably get daily books too. Yeah, the book is a bit much. I mean, depending on the time you have. For me, it's a lot. But you have also, like, if you go on YouTube and stuff, you have plenty of ways to apply this. The book is a few bucks, so get it, of course, read it. Especially the new version is a little bit lighter in terms of what you have to do. But it's a very famous kind of method. Take what you want from it, because as I said, something will work for you, because maybe it's going to be like, wow, it's perfect. And maybe something won't, but I don't want you to worry. And I don't want you to think, oh, I'm weird and he's the best. No, that's not how it works. You will wire differently. That's it. And so you take something from it, and then something will work for you. That's normal. But I don't want you to worry or to think that you're stupid or anything. No, it's just normal. Your brain's not, we all have different brains. If I learned something in productivity, then that's what it is. Some people are linear, some people are visual, some people, it's just different. But the book, this brain dump concept is really good, I think, because it distresses you. And I think it put things in perspective, because you can see what matters from the map you have. If you color code it, you can see where you need to shift your focus. And so that's very good. But planning is complicated, guys. It's not easy. So I don't want you to beat yourself up. It's very difficult. It's not that simple. It's called productivity for a reason, and it's a big field because it's complicated. So you guys, I want to make sure you simplify things, but you have fun as well decorating, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. That's okay for you guys. Let me see, do that. Okay, there you go. So sorry, I talk a lot. I love teaching. I just love it. I just love teaching. It's my little passion there. So I love it. And I love talking to you guys because I don't get to talk to you often. So that's really awesome. So if you guys have no other questions, if you have questions, please list them. Or you can also go to the community and ask questions. Then the discussion, the topic, go ahead and by the way, guys, we're talking. I still see that you guys are here just 5 minutes. We are working on the community on ideas to make it more alive and things. Obviously, I moved out and stuff like that. It was lots of things to do, but we are working on it. All four of us to find ideas for you to have fun with us. And there's so many things, exciting things that are coming, and I hope you'll be thrilled with what we have planning, and thank you for trusting us and being there for us. This is so awesome. If you guys have any other questions, or should I let you go? Okay, so if there's no other question, I'm going to let you go, guys. And I wanted to thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Share that name in Italian. I will share that my name is Anita and I look a lot like you. Skin tone, hair, and curls. Oh, I want to see a picture now, Anita. If you're in the community, you need to tag me and put a picture of yourself. I want to see it because I'm sure we have the same hair issues. Plus, I live in a humid place, so it's yeah. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time and your support. You have a great weekend. Also, rest well. Plan away, rest well. This is important. Take some time for yourself or your family. Have fun. Thank you so much, Zuleika. And please say hi in the community. Go ahead and give your opinion on the recordings. I'm going to put the recording in there. So give your opinion, ask your question there as well. Be more than happy to answer you. It was a pleasure to see you all. Bye, everyone. Bye, Lisa. Bye, everyone. I'll see you very soon. I love you so very much. Bye. Thank you. Okay.